Hello everybody, welcome to another King of Fighters 98 Ultimate Match Online video. This is Hero here. Today's video will conclude my recommended character video. So far we have already done 3 parts. If you guys have not watched it, please go and watch. This video will be part 4 and the final part. We will be talking about the club store. And also, I'm gonna do a general conclusion of all the stores and to let you guys know which is value for money to buy for the rest of the items. Okay, before we jump to it, just to let you guys see something. Okay, I recently just got my Rugal costume. It's really very nice. Just a short tip, basically costumes for your characters, they don't really add a lot to the stats. Basically it's just for the cosmetic view of the character. Okay, so as you can see, Rugal, the stats is not very fantastic, but to me I love his new outfit, so that's why I decided to like spend diamonds and go for him. Okay, so without further ado, let's go to the club store. Okay, club store. There's 4 different characters fragments that you can buy. Orochi Shermie, King, Yuri, and Chin. In the future, you'll be able to buy Yashiro frags here. Okay, but we're gonna skip him for now because it's still early for the global servers. So let's start with Yuri. Okay, where is Yuri? Okay, Yuri is here. Yuri, she's an aptitude 11 character, okay, which is quite low. I think she's one of those very rare character that is only API 11. Okay, she's a DPS style fighter. Okay, as it says here also. Under the details, nothing fantastic. Her crit power is quite high, so if she crits, the damage is high. It will be quite high. Okay, let's look at her skills. Tiger Flame Punch. Okay, basically strikes a single enemy and increases allies male fighters crit. Okay, it doesn't say how many percent. I also not really sure, but basically if she uses her skill, all of your male fighters will have an increased chance to do critical. Let's look at her passive. Act Cube. Okay, in battle, increases allies male fighters attack. Okay, this is by number. Okay, so basically she buffs all the other male fighters attack. Let's look at her ultimate. Basically, what ultimate do is increases 12% allies male fighters attack. Okay, if you guys notice, she increases attack. It's not damage, so it's 2 different things. Okay, so you guys need to take note of this. Okay, so it's 12%. She's a adder soul. Okay, every time she attack, she restores rage. So basically, she's not a very high tier character. You can use her for a while, but only for a very short while. Especially if your team has a lot of male fighters, then she will boost your overall team's damage by a bit. Okay, but I wouldn't recommend exchanging for her frags or even to train her. Okay, so nothing much to touch on for Yuri. Let's go to the next character, King. Okay, let's look at King. Okay, King is here. Okay, she's an API 12 character. Let's look at her details. Okay, her crit power, if she crits, is very damaging. Okay, her feature, single silence, good attack. Okay, basically her damage is quite okay. Okay, silent single. So let's see her skills. Her skills double strike. Okay, basically has a 20% chance to reduce enemies critical. Okay, and 20% chance to silence enemies. Okay, quite straightforward her skill. So her skill has double chance to have double debuff. Okay, let's look at passive. Detect weakness. Okay, basically increases allies DPS fighters damage against enemies gang fighters. So basically all of your DPS fighters, they will do more damage to gang fighters if king is in your party. Okay, this is by percentage. Okay, let's look at ultimate. Basically causing damage with 50% chance to silence enemy. Okay, also it increases allies DPS fighters damage against gangs enemy by 20%. Okay, so basically her main gist of her ultimate is to silence the enemy. 50% chance is actually quite high. Okay, and the second part of the ultimate is a bonus. Okay, basically increases allies DPS fighters damage against gang enemies. Okay, she's a wild bear soul character. So next question is she a good character? She's alone, she can do a lot of damage. Okay, when she do her skill, when she does her ultimate, basically she can dish out quite a bit of damage. But overall, if she's in your party, she's not that useful. Okay, because her ultimate, the second part of ultimate, and her passive skills basically only increases your damage against gang fighters. Okay, I mentioned before, basically in arena, in a team of 6, normally you only will have 1 gang fighter or maybe maximum 2. That's it. So her skill doesn't really benefits a lot unless they remove the word gang. Okay, so it's just enemy fighters, then she will be quite useful. But you already have someone like that. Who is that person? Q. Okay, let's look at Q. Q's passive in battle increases all allies attack. So you already have a Q that does this already. So basically King, she's not that useful, but in tournament she's quite okay, because in tournament her skill, her ultimate silences the enemy. As long as you can control the enemy cannot use their ultimate on you, you are at a higher advantage. Okay, so let's look at the third character, okay, under the club stop, which is Chin. Chin is an API 13 character. Let's look at details. Okay, because he's a gang character, okay, as you guys see from here, as I mentioned before, gang characters, their stats are very average. Okay, so average spread throughout all stats. Okay, the numbers. So let's look at his feature. His real killer, damage real. So basically his ultimate specializes in attacking the back row. Okay, let's look at his skill. Strikes a single enemy by a calabash with 15% chance to stun the enemy. Okay, so there's a 15% chance to stun enemy. This chance is a bit low actually. Most of the time he doesn't really stun. So you just have to rely this. If this skill does stun, then it's actually you actually benefit quite a lot from this actually. Okay, it's really too low the percentage for him to proc the stun. Okay, let's look at his passive. In battle, increases allies real fighters attack. Okay, so his passive only buffs real fighter. Okay, but this is by number, it's not by percentage. Let's look at his ultimate. Basically, he will damage everyone in the real. On top of that, it will cause burning. On top of that, reduce real enemies defense by 20%. This ultimate is quite useful. So let's say you have another character or a few more other characters that does damage to back row. His ultimate helps out a lot because 20% defense reduction is very good. Okay, so he's a wild bear soul. Okay, so is Chin a good character to train? Like I said, only his ulti is useful. But there's also a bad point to his ulti. Because his ultimate applies burning. So every turn, the enemy will get burn damage. And you are basically giving them free rage. So if every turn they get damage, they increase their rage faster, they will ulti you back faster also. Okay, it's always better to have a character that reduces enemy rage, even if they add on some kind of burning effect on them. Okay, like Kill is one of them, but Kill, he must have his weapon for that to happen. Okay, his passive only buffs real fighters. So like I mentioned just now, passive like this is not very useful. That's why Kill is still better because Kill buffs the whole team's damage. Okay, so I wouldn't really recommend training Chin. So let's go to the last character in the club store, Orochi Shermie. She's an API 13 character. Let's look at her details. Her details, as she as a gang character, is quite average. Okay, her critical chance, her piercing rate, and her damage is slightly higher. Okay, her critical power is a little bit higher also than a normal gang character. Okay, so what is her feature? She's good at buff and debuff. What does this mean? Okay, let me show you guys. Her skill strikes a single enemy while dealing a random buff to herself. Okay, which includes attack plus 20%, defense plus 20%, critical plus 20%, piercing rate plus 20%. Okay, the last sentence, which is the most important, the effects can be stacked. Okay, what does this mean? It means that if she uses her skill, there's a chance that maybe attack and defense buff, she will get it. There's a chance she may even get 3 buffs. There is also a chance, if you are very lucky, she will get all 4 buffs. Okay, this is what's so good about Orochi Shermie skill. Okay, but sometimes, of course, if you're not that lucky, you won't get any of the buffs, or maybe you only get 1. Okay, but the chances of that is actually quite low. Most of the time you get at least 1 or 2 buffs. So if you are very lucky, you get all 4 buffs. Okay, let's look at her passive, Bewitch. Okay, in battle, reduces enemies' male fighters' attack. This is by percentage. Okay, in some of my videos and some of my advices I give to the comments in my video section, I always recommend Orochi Shermie because of this passive skill. Bewitch, because in the future most of the players will be creating a bear soul team. If you watch my recommended characters part 1 of that video, okay, I did a few arrangement of what does a typical bear soul team look like. Most of them are male characters, which is why you must have Orochi Shermie as one of your characters in your bear soul team because of this debuff. If you get her and you train this passive quite high level, you will notice the damage reduction is a lot. Okay, so let's look at her ultimate. Okay, so basically when she hits the enemy, there is a random debuff. Includes 30% chance to reduce attack, 30% chance to reduce defense, 30% chance to be paralyzed, 30% chance to be burning. The last part of this sentence is most important. The effects can be stacked. So which means to say that, same as a skill, there's a chance all 4 debuffs will hit the enemy. Okay, this is what so powerful Orochi Shermie is. Okay, because of ultimate, because of her skill, and because of her passive. Okay, just to take note, her passive doesn't stack with mine's passive. Just to show you guys, mine is also bewitched. Okay, but hers is by number, it's not by percentage. Okay, this passive doesn't stack with Orochi Shermie's passive. Okay, so you guys need to take note. Oops. Let's go back to Orochi Shermie. Okay, her fight soul is Wild Bear Soul. Okay. Apparently, I think they are releasing her fashion soon. Okay. The second part of her buff is very nice. Ultimate plus 4%. Okay. I think this is the damage. Okay. So this is my very short introduction for these 4 characters fragments. Okay. So right now we will go to the next part. We will go through each tab to let you guys know which is value for money to buy. Okay, we will skip the equipment chest because I already touched on you need to save your keys. Okay, let's go to general store. Okay, every time the store refreshes, okay, here normally it'll be a food. Okay, right now it shows a green food times 10 that costs 20 diamonds. Okay, don't buy this. Okay, wait until the food comes out that only costs gold, then you buy this. Okay, the gems, all of these gems, if you are short of these gems, you can buy them, but I wouldn't recommend buying all the gems because you will end up spending a lot of gold. Okay, so let's say obsidian gem, less than 200 I will buy. Okay, enhanced potion. Right now, because the game for the global servers is very new, I would recommend that you guys to buy this because for you guys to actually, I'm not sure if the 100 times bar draw is already out. I have never tried that yet, but even so, if it's out, you guys won't have that much gold to actually go for that. So you all can buy your enhanced potion from here slowly and keep it so you can promote your fighters in the future. Okay. Yep, so this is it for this tab. The honor store, please buy this one, cruising box. Buy every time as long as it refreshes. Okay, other than that, super XP badge, you don't have to buy it for now because in the early game they will give you a lot of these badges. Okay, and your fighters don't really need to use up the super XP badge as of yet. Your fighters will use all this medium and senior because the XP required to level up the badges is not that high. Okay. Other than that, of course, continue changing your fighters, but you have to try and buy the top cruising food, the boxes. Trial store, same thing, buy the top cruising box. Okay. Other than that, rest of these items not worth it. Please don't buy them. Okay, ESP tome, I said before, you do not have to buy from here. Ultimate trial will give them to you as rewards. Okay, other than that, please continue and change your fragments for the fighters. Okay, club store. Because to get club coins is not that easy. Okay, I would suggest not to buy anything in this store except for Orochi Shermie. Just keep changing for her fragments until you get 100. You unlocked her, and even after you unlock her, still keep changing her fragments, because you need to get her up to from 4 stars to 5 stars to 6 stars and up to 7 stars. Keep changing for her frags for the club store. Okay, so basically this concludes my recommended characters series. Okay, the part 4 and the final part. I hope you guys learned something. Hope you guys enjoy this series. And I'm hitting 100 subs too very soon. I will do a separate thank you video for that. Thanks a lot for your support, guys. From the bottom of my heart, really. But okay, this part I will talk about it in my thank you video. So anyway, hope you guys learned something today. I see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.